Chosen one, listen closely. God just declared goodbye to your old age. This isn't a drill. This message is urgent, powerful, and it's arriving at the exact moment you need it most. If you're watching this right now, know this: it's no accident. God has led you here because everything you thought was true, everything holding you back, is being rewritten. No more waiting, no more wondering, no more questions. It's all made up, and now it's time to step into what's real. The old limitations, the doubts, the fears, they are finished. God said no more to the past version of you. The season of old age, spiritually, mentally, and even physically, is over. What you've been praying for, hoping for, and doubting is now breaking through into your life. But you must pay attention, because this shift is intense, and not everyone will be ready. If you're not prepared to fully receive this truth, you might turn away now. But if you're truly a chosen one, you'll stay, because deep inside your spirit already knows this message is for you, and your life will never be the same again. Before we dive into this life-altering revelation, pause this video and do these 3 things immediately. Smash that like button, subscribe to help us hit 95,000 subscribers, and comment the number 99. This is not just a number. It's a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this moment and sealing your transformation. This is your warning and your invitation. The time for questions is over. The time to claim your destiny is now. Let's go. There comes a moment in life when heaven itself declares a shift, and this is that moment for you. God has spoken directly over your life, and the verdict is clear. The season of aging, weakness, and spiritual dormancy is over. It's not a metaphor, and it's not wishful thinking. This is a divine announcement from the throne of God. The Creator of time has stepped into your timeline to reverse what nature says is irreversible. You are not merely surviving anymore. You are being reborn, cell by cell, thought by thought, breath by breath. God isn't just improving your health. He's rewriting your biological script. The years the enemy thought he stole from you are being divinely refunded. Every wrinkle, every ache, every ounce of tiredness is being confronted by heaven's power. This isn't about vanity, this is about purpose. Your body is being renewed because your mission isn't over. In fact, your most powerful years are just beginning. God says, "You shall be like a well-watered garden, flourishing again in strength and vitality." Let your spirit absorb this. The old age narrative is being silenced. Your body will no longer echo the lie of decline. You're not aging out. You're aging in to divine restoration. Welcome to your spiritual youth, where wisdom meets strength and purpose meets power. This isn't a fairy tale. This is God's promise manifesting. The shift has started. The countdown has begun. 72 hours. That's all God needs to begin showing you signs that your transformation is active and alive. Within the next 3 days, your body, mind, and spirit will experience real, tangible change. Not symbolic, not hidden. Real evidence that God is touching your vessel. You'll feel things move, shift, awaken. This is your spiritual cocoon, and you are emerging with wings. Think of this as divine surgery without the pain. You may feel pressure, stretching, or a strange energy rising in your limbs. Don't fear it. It's heaven reprogramming your flesh to match your future. Your nervous system, your blood flow, your sleep, your skin, every system is responding to divine command. You are becoming more alive, more alert, more aligned with heaven's frequency than ever before. This 72-hour window is not random. It's strategic. God operates in patterns. 3 days is the number of resurrection, reversal, and restoration. Jesus rose on the 3rd day, and so will you. Not from a grave, but from every limitation that held you down. Get ready. The divine clock has started ticking. God is placing a muzzle, not to silence you, but to protect you. This sealing is not punishment, it's preservation. Your body, your words, your reactions are being guarded because healing is sacred. Just as a wound is bandaged to prevent infection, God is closing off the parts of you that have been vulnerable to outside attack. You're being kept for something holy. This divine muzzle is sealing your spiritual input and output. God is tuning your ears only to hear what builds, healing your tongue to speak only life, and guarding your heart from toxic cycles. There is a reset in motion. Think of it as heaven's lockdown, not to limit you, but to recalibrate your frequency. You are not to leak power. You are to store and surge with divine energy. And yes, this might feel unfamiliar. You may feel unusually quiet, reflective, or physically tense. That's not stress. That's spiritual containment. God is pressing pause on unnecessary motion so you can receive healing without interference. Embrace the quiet. Within it, God is doing His most intricate work. Your body is not betraying you. It's testifying. The odd sensations, the tingling, the stretch in your joints or spine, they are not medical mysteries. They are supernatural markers. God is stretching your vessel to make room for power you've never carried before. Just like a wineskin must be stretched to hold new wine, your body is being prepared for overflow. There will be tension, but it's divine. There will be unusual movement in your limbs or core, but it's heaven's recalibration system at work. Don't pray it away. Praise through it. Every twitch, every energetic surge, every deep breath is part of the heavenly upgrade. Think of it as God downloading a new operating system into your biology. And yes, it may be intense. You might feel like crying, laughing, or laying down without explanation. Let it happen. Your emotional release is part of the process. God is not only healing your body, He is stretching your soul to hold joy, strength, peace, and youth again. Surrender to the stretch. Your body is a divine machine, and God is currently reprogramming your systems. Everything from how you process thoughts to how you release energy is being aligned to the kingdom's frequency. Your spiritual inputs, what you listen to, absorb, and entertain, are being filtered. Your outputs, your words, your energy, your influence are being purified. This is sacred transformation. Expect to notice changes. Certain foods may suddenly feel wrong. Some conversations may feel draining. Your spirit is becoming selective because God is aligning you with your assignment. Your body is no longer tolerating what doesn't serve your purpose. This is not hypersensitivity. It's holy sensitivity. God is teaching you to preserve power. From your digestive system to your nervous system, your outputs and inputs are syncing with divine order. You'll feel more centered, more intentional, more aware. You're not being controlled, you're being crafted. A warrior must be trained to guard what enters and exits their vessel. God is making you battle-ready. You're not reading this by accident. Heaven doesn't operate by coincidence. It operates by calling. And you, chosen one, have been marked for this moment. There is a divine fingerprint on your life that no one else carries. The very struggles you faced, the quiet battles no one saw, the moments you nearly gave up, they were all preparing you for this shift. God saw every tear. He heard every late-night whisper, wondering if your best days were behind you. And now he answers, no, they are ahead. Far ahead, you were not overlooked. You were being positioned. Your body and soul were not breaking. They were making space for what's coming. God often hides his greatest warriors in silence before revealing them in power. This transformation isn't random. It's revelation. You are stepping into a phase where divine purpose will meet divine power. And the world won't recognize the new you because they never saw the war you survived to become this. The shift is happening because heaven has need of you. And now, finally, you are ready. Strength is not just coming back to your muscles, it's rising from your spirit. The days of fatigue, of dragging through the day, of feeling like you're barely making it, those days are over. God is clothing you in strength, not ordinary strength, but supernatural, youthful energy. You will run and not grow weary, walk and not faint. Think of Samson, who found strength again even after his fall. Or Caleb, who declared at 85, I am just as strong today as I was when I was 40. This is your Caleb moment. Strength is not age-bound, it is assignment-bound. God is matching your years with the energy to fulfill them. You will not age into weakness. You will age into warfare and wonder. This renewed strength isn't just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and mental. God is making you resilient. What once discouraged you will now ignite you. What once tired you will now challenge and energize you. You are not weak anymore. You are becoming a warrior again, not in the flesh, but in faith, in fire, and in favor. Yes, aging is natural, but God is supernatural. And when he speaks, nature must obey. The divine reversal has been activated. Time is no longer your enemy. Your skin, your organs, your cells, everything is responding to heaven's command to restore. The years are being reversed, not by magic, but by miracle. There are people who live long, but there are few who live revived. You are being called into revival living, where your body functions as if it were young again. but your soul carries the wisdom of experience. This reversal is not just about youth, it's about alignment. You're returning to the divine blueprint of your purpose. Even science agrees. Cells can regenerate, DNA can repair, and energy can be restored. But what science cannot explain is the speed and divine precision with which God is doing this in you. It won't take years. God says 72 hours to begin and a lifetime to walk in it. The reversal is real, and it's already begun. Your body is beginning to vibrate at a higher frequency, a spiritual one. You may feel heat, tingling, bursts of inspiration, or the sudden need to worship. These are signs of alignment. Heaven's energy is not abstract, it is felt. And your body is the temple being charged with divine voltage. Think of a radio tuning into the right station. That's what's happening in your spirit. Static is clearing. Clarity is coming. You are catching the frequency of heaven. That's why you feel shifts when you pray, chills when you worship, energy when you speak faith. Your system is syncing with the supernatural. This spiritual frequency is going to affect every area of your life. Your relationships will shift. Your decisions will carry new clarity. Even your environment will feel different because you are different. This isn't mood or motivation. This is mantle. You are carrying divine current now. You've always been gifted, but life, trauma, and time may have buried your abilities. Now God is digging them out, dusting them off, and breathing fire into them again. That spiritual sensitivity you thought was gone, it's being reawakened. The dreams, the visions, the discernment, all of it is coming back. There is a reason you've been feeling more emotional, more aware, more in tune lately. Heaven is reactivating your senses. Your hearing is sharper, spiritually and literally. Your sight is clearer in both realms. You will soon walk into rooms and know things without being told. You will discern battles before they begin. These gifts are not just for you, they are for others. God is reactivating your gifts so you can walk in purpose, influence lives, and carry breakthrough. This is a full-body revival, but it's also a gift revival. Every spiritual tool that's gone dormant is returning, stronger than before, and you'll use them with grace and power. The season of delay is over. What you prayed for years ago but never saw, it's coming. The pain that lingered too long, it's lifting. The silence that felt like abandonment, it was preparation. God says, now is the time. You are stepping into divine timing, where promises meet reality. Every delay was not denial, it was design. God was not punishing you, He was positioning you. And now, in this sacred window, things will begin to happen fast. Doors will open, strength will surge, clarity will come, and your spirit will know. This is it. This is what you've waited for. Suffering may have shaped you, but it will no longer define you. You are not a victim, you are a vessel, and your vessel is being filled to overflow. What took others years to regain, you will recover in days, not by effort, but by encounter. The divine recovery has begun. Do you remember the spark you had in your youth, the belief that anything was possible, the energy to dream without fear. That version of you isn't lost. It's being resurrected. God is awakening the teenager within. The part of you that loved boldly, lived freely, and laughed fully. Not immaturity, but innocence is being restored. This doesn't mean you'll act childish. It means you'll live childlike again. With faith, with passion, with courage. The heaviness that made you feel old in spirit is lifting. You're going to walk into rooms with the bounce of fresh hope. You'll wake up excited, not exhausted. That spark is coming back, and people will notice. They'll ask, "What's different about you?" And you'll smile, knowing that the same God who created youth is returning it to you, not just to feel good, but to fulfill purpose. Welcome back to your vibrant self. Your mouth is a weapon, and God is upgrading it. The muzzle he's placing isn't to silence you forever. It's to refine you. You're being trained to speak only what builds, heals, and commands heaven's will. No more idle words, no more self-sabotage. Your mouth is becoming a channel for miracles. When God muzzles the mouth, it's because he's about to unleash the message. Get ready, your voice will carry weight again. You will prophesy healing. You will declare life. Your words will shift atmospheres. The muzzle is temporary, but the anointing coming afterward is eternal. God is aligning your speech with your spirit. What you say must match what heaven is doing. That's why you're being silenced now, so that when you speak again, mountains move. This is divine discipline that leads to divine dominion. Speak with intention and the world will listen. This is not motivation. This is divine intervention. Your body, mind, and spirit are undergoing a full system reset. Every broken part is being restored. Every drained area is being refilled. Every delayed purpose is being accelerated. God is not fixing pieces. He's restoring the whole. This is the kind of restoration that makes people gasp when they see you. They'll say, "You look different. You feel different. You are different." And they'll be right. Because this isn't just recovery, it's rebirth. You are walking proof of what happens when heaven invades humanity. You will feel your organs healing, your cells renewing, your thoughts clearing. This is not hype, it's holy, and it's happening now. God didn't just step in to help, he stepped in to take over. And everything changes from this point forward. You have entered the countdown. It has already begun. You are not waiting on it. You're walking in it. Every second is carrying power. Every hour is pulling you closer to the moment you look in the mirror and say, "I am not the same." Get ready, because when the 72 hours are up, you will feel it. You'll breathe easier. You'll think clearer. You'll move differently. And most of all, you'll believe again. The kind of belief that makes miracles normal. The kind of belief that says, "This is my time, and I will not miss it." Walk boldly, chosen one. The days of waiting, worrying, and wishing are over. God has muzzled your vessel, recalibrated your system, and infused you with divine youth. This is your time. The recovery has begun. The reversal is active. The warrior is rising. You are walking into your divine reset. Your skin is the outer witness of your inner healing. What God is doing on the inside will not stay hidden. It will radiate outward. Expect your complexion to shift, your countenance to brighten, and your entire appearance to reflect the glory you carry. The tiredness that once sat on your face is lifting. The stress that etched lines into your brow is being erased. God is giving you a holy glow, not from cosmetics or creams, but from divine contact. Think of Moses. When he came down from Mount Sinai, his face shone with the glory of God. People could see, without a word spoken, that he had been in the presence of the Almighty. That's what's coming for you. The atmosphere around you will change. Strangers will ask what's different. They'll say, you look refreshed, radiant, renewed, and you'll know, deep in your soul, it's because heaven touched you. This isn't vanity, it's testimony. God wants your appearance to speak what your mouth hasn't even said yet. You are being transformed at a cellular level, and your skin, the largest organ of your body, is testifying to the restoration. Watch your glow return. Watch your youth awaken. Watch the mirror become a confirmation, not a confrontation. You won't need filters. You won't need to hide. You'll walk confidently because you'll know this glow didn't come from man. It came from God. It's a physical prophecy of the healing within. And every time someone comments, it's an open door to share the goodness of the Lord. Your skin is about to preach without a sound. God is not just giving you spiritual strength. He's renewing your physical strength down to your bones. The stiffness, the joint pain, the heaviness you've carried when you move, it's all being reversed. You will move with freedom again. The kind of movement that feels like dancing, walking without worry, living without limitation. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:8, "It will be health to your body and nourishment to your bones. That promise is for you right now." Your bones are responding to heaven's healing frequency. They are regaining flexibility, resilience, and vitality. Where there was once creaking and cracking, there will now be fluid movement and divine ease. Your posture is even changing. You're standing taller because your body is stronger. This isn't just physical repair, this is spiritual restoration. Your body will no longer carry the memory of past trauma. The burdens that bent your shoulders are being lifted. God is restoring the joy of your movements, walking without effort, stretching without stiffness, standing without fatigue. You are returning to your God-given design, strong, upright, and mobile. Don't be surprised when you find yourself dancing again. Don't second-guess the ease with which you rise from bed. Your bones will not betray your age. They will bear witness to your renewal. God has not forgotten even the smallest joint. He is healing everything. From marrow to motion, you are being made new. There is a supernatural surge of energy coming into your body. Where you once felt drained before the day was done, now you'll find yourself energized with strength that doesn't make sense. This isn't caffeine. This isn't adrenaline. This is kingdom energy, spiritual stamina infused directly from the throne room of God. Fatigue is a thief, and God is casting it out of your life. The dragging feeling, the constant need to push through, It's being replaced by divine vitality. You will rise earlier, think clearer, move faster. Your days will feel longer, not because of stress, but because you'll finally have the capacity to live them fully. This is what it feels like when heaven breathes life into your body. You'll notice your appetite shift too. Your body will crave what fuels, not what drains. You'll begin making different choices, not out of discipline, but out of alignment. God is syncing your body with His purpose, and energy is a sign of that alignment. Lethargy will no longer weigh you down. Burnout will no longer threaten your breakthrough. You're stepping into an energy that's meant for people on assignment. And when people ask how you're doing so much, how you're glowing and going and growing all at once, you'll tell them the truth. God touched my body. This is not a phase. It's not a burst. It's a new normal. The era of fatigue is over. You've been recharged for purpose. Your voice is about to change. Not just in tone, but in power. For too long, your words felt like whispers in a storm. You spoke, but you didn't feel heard. That ends now. God is restoring authority to your voice. When you speak, heaven will echo. Hell will tremble. The atmosphere will respond. This isn't just spiritual. Even physically, you may notice your voice feel clearer, stronger, more confident. That's God, healing your throat, your lungs, your breath. He's giving you back the breath of purpose. You're going to speak again, with passion, with clarity, with conviction. And people will listen, not because you're loud, but because you're anointed. Your voice won't just carry authority, it will carry joy. Laughter is returning. Songs will rise from your soul. Your words will paint pictures of hope and faith and future. The monotone of survival is being replaced by the melody of revival. God is using your voice to create, command, and comfort. You once lost your voice, from trauma, from shame, from silence. But now, God says, speak again. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Your sound matters. And when you open your mouth, light will pour out. You're not just getting your voice back, you're getting your authority back. How you walk says a lot about what you believe. And soon, you'll walk with a new rhythm. The rhythm of divine purpose. No more dragging your feet. No more slouching under pressure. You'll walk tall, walk sure. Walk like someone who knows who they are and who sent them. God is aligning your steps with His strategy. You won't wander anymore. You'll walk on purpose. Each footstep will carry weight in the spirit. You'll feel it, like every place your foot touches is claimed for the kingdom. That's how powerful your movement will become. Your walk will be prophecy in motion. Even your physical gait will shift. If pain used to make you limp, healing will now make you leap. If fear once slowed you down, faith will now accelerate your pace. Your steps will be lighter because the weight of shame and confusion is lifting. The path is clearing. God is ordering your steps with intentionality. There's a new kind of peace coming upon you, not the peace that comes from a quiet room or a break from chaos, but the peace that passes all understanding. It will rest on you like a mantle. You won't have to say a word. People will feel it when you walk in. That's the power of God's peace. It's not passive, it's magnetic. It draws people, shifts rooms, and invites divine favor. This peace will settle your nervous system, calm your thoughts, and regulate your emotions. Anxiety, restlessness, and overthinking are losing their grip. You'll find yourself smiling without trying, breathing deeper without noticing. This is heaven taking up residence in your body. You are becoming a carrier of divine serenity. The peace on you will be louder than the storms around you. And here's the beautiful part. This peace will attract favor. The same way a peaceful river draws people to rest beside it, you'll become a resting place for others. Opportunities will find you. Open doors will recognize you. Divine appointments will seek you out. Not because you're striving, but because you're settled. Favor follows those who carry heaven's stillness. God is making you unshakable. Where others panic, you'll pray. Where others crumble, you'll rise. Not because of your strength, but because of your peace. And that peace will be your signature. People will say, "I don't know what it is about you, but I feel calm around you." That's God. That's transformation. And it's happening now. There's a holy rebalancing taking place within your body. Your hormones, often the unseen influences of your mood, energy, and physical health, are being brought into supernatural alignment. Where there was imbalance, God is restoring equilibrium. This is not just a health reset, it's a divine recalibration of your biological rhythm. Some of your past battles, fatigue, mood swings, brain fog, cravings, weren't laziness or weakness. They were symptoms of internal systems crying out for balance. But now, God is responding. He's healing the root causes. The chaos in your body is being silenced. Your hormones are being reset to the design God originally intended. The blueprint of Eden, not the damage of the fall. You may start to feel this in subtle ways. More restful sleep, fewer emotional extremes, better digestion, even clearer skin. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations. God is synchronizing your physical body with your spiritual assignment. He is making your biology support your destiny. And the results will not be temporary. They will be sustained. This restoration will also release a new sense of confidence. You'll feel at home in your body again. Shame will lift. Weariness will break. You'll stop apologizing for your emotions because you'll no longer feel out of control. God is not just healing your soul. He is healing your system. And you'll walk in harmony, not only with heaven, but with yourself. There's a holy shift happening inside you. The soul is rising, and the flesh is submitting. For too long, your flesh, your impulses, your feelings, your fatigue had the loudest voice. But now, your spirit is taking charge. Your decisions, your energy, your words, all being filtered through divine wisdom, not worldly reaction. This is soul authority, and it's changing everything. You'll notice that old temptations don't pull you like they used to. What once enticed you now feels shallow. That's because your spirit is growing in strength. You're no longer led by emotion, but by unction. You'll say no when you used to say maybe. You'll feel more peace saying nothing than arguing to prove a point. That's maturity. That's spiritual leadership taking over inside you. And when the soul leads, the body follows. You'll find it easier to make healthy choices, easier to rest, easier to speak life. You're not being disciplined by force, you're being led by joy. God is replacing striving with alignment. You're stepping into a flow where your spirit governs your flesh and your body becomes a servant to your purpose. This is what true freedom looks like. Not the absence of struggle, but the presence of mastery. The Holy Spirit in you is becoming the strongest voice in the room, and you'll begin to live from the inside out, no longer reacting to the world, but shaping it. Your soul is seated in authority. Let it lead. Yes, even your cells are listening to the voice of God. The Creator who designed your DNA is speaking directly to your biology, commanding restoration at a molecular level. This isn't science fiction. This is divine science. Your cells, which respond to frequencies and intention, are being recalibrated by the frequency of heaven. Every word of life you speak, every moment you spend in worship, every time you declare God's promises, your body hears it. Cells respond to sound, and heaven's sound is one of healing, restoration, and resurrection. You may not feel it at first, but the transformation is happening in your bloodstream, in your brain, in your bones. There are scientific studies that show how positive thoughts and spoken words influence cell regeneration. But what those studies don't capture is what happens when God Himself speaks healing over you. When the voice that created light speaks to your body, your cells don't just heal, they obey. That's why you'll soon start feeling stronger for no medical reason. That's why old issues will suddenly clear up. This is your molecular miracle. It's not hype, it's holy. God is proving that He doesn't just heal symptoms, He heals systems. Down to the cellular structure, your body is responding. Heaven is singing over you, and your cells are dancing back into order. What a miracle! Your biology is praising the one who made it. God is giving you your boldness back. The version of you that used to walk into rooms with courage, that spoke without fear, that dreamed without hesitation. That version is returning. Not in arrogance, but in authority. Heaven is restoring your confidence, and you will lead again. You've been quiet for too long. Not because you lacked ideas, but because life tried to shut you down. Betrayal, disappointment, criticism, they stole your roar. But God is reopening your mouth. He is awakening the lion in you. And when you speak this time, it won't be from wounds. It will be from wisdom. Leadership is not